How are we doing, folks? How are we doing? Saturday night. Just let me know that that this thing is actually live. I always say this. I hate the start of these goddamn things. Now, tell me, am I live? Give me a big yes, please. Of course, there's about 10, 15 second delay on these things sometimes, and it annoys the bejesus out of me. Yes, can everybody hear me? Yes, fantastic. Right, well, Saturday night, under the stairs with me, Mr. Dead Cold. And it is far from dead cold outside. I mean, I've even got the door open a tick because it is an absolute scorcher. I've got Otto's just wandered into the cupboard under the stairs, and yeah, it is all good. It is all good. So tonight we have on a bit later on. I'm going to get it on in about 10-15 minutes time. We have Karin from the legendary Jamaica Inn Paranormal Team, and obviously she's there very often. She's in the green room. I see her with her headphones on, so she'll have to wait a turn. But yeah, I am really looking forward to this one. What I want to do first, though, before Karin comes on, is that I want to just say a massive thank you to everyone. I'm going to have to put my glasses on this because the chat's raging, but I want to say a massive thank you to everyone because everybody has done me, keeps on doing me a huge favour. People keep on shouting me out. I mean, I am going to shout out this bloke. Beardo from Beardo Gets Scared has done me so many shout out favors recently. It's just it's crazy. So massive thank you to you, mate. Really appreciate it. Yeah, and all of his weirdos as well, because he has a cracking community as well, and it's ever grown. It's ever grown fast as well. I mean, I was just watching one of his videos tonight just before I came on here. He's about to announcing he's going to go like a gaming channel and stuff like that. Well, not a gaming channel, but having a couple of nights a week on his channel doing gaming from YouTube. So fair play to him, because I'd watch that. It's cracking stuff. So yes, all good. How is everyone? Anyway? Do you have a beer on the go? Because I have a beer on the go. I have a pint of Hobgoblin Gold on the go. What you say there? Thank you, Mark. That was a oh, it's Jem. Sorry, Jem. Jem, it was absolutely fantastic. It really was. To get down to the Paranormal Inn. Well, it could actually be the Paranormal Inn, the Jamaica Inn, and meet up with you guys. You know, fantastic. It was indeed. I am. It was indeed. There we go. With this, where are we at there? You'll have to just bear with me, because I negotiate around these things sometimes. You know, I'm getting on a bit, and I'm a bit slow sometimes. But no, thanks very much, Beto. Absolutely fantastic. But also as well, Mr. C. Richards is in the house. Yes, and I am wearing the original, the classic Ouija Brothers T-shirt tonight. I was going to wear the new one, but I've been kind of wearing it a lot, and I was wearing it today when I've been prattling around in the garden as well, and been out and about in where I locally live. When it's been so hot and sweaty, I thought I'm going to get jump in the shower before I start this and change me clothes. And hello to where's he at? I've just seen him there before as well. Lee from Three Spires Paranormal. With a change of logo, everyone. With a change of logo. Now, this has been a debate, apparently. I quite like it, actually, the new logo, Lee. I quite like it. Where's he at? He's further up here as well. I'll just bring it in. Bring it in, if I can find the damn thing. I've just seen him further up. Oh, my God almighty. See? I can't even see his logo because it's not standing out in the crowd. Oh, there he is. There he is. So yeah, if you're going to go and check him out anyway, go and check out Three Spires Paranormal. He's having a bit of a they're having a bit of a tidy up, I think is the word of his channel at the moment. So yes, he has a bit of a tie up at the moment. And yeah, so good things to come for Lee and Simon, I believe. Always good to watch them. It's good crack as well. Beardo just shouted them out there recently as well. For that fantastic way they conduct themselves when they actually got busted in that abandoned place they were in. I mean, I know I said this. I've messaged Lee about this, and I messaged Beardo about it as well. But it's just the way they did it, the way he conducted himself in front of that giant of a man when he appeared in the doorway, like the Big Show from World Wrestling Federation. He's really good. Jason Voorhees, aka my good mate Steve, who you see on my videos, is in the chat. He works for Rebellion Brewery, and he is drinking one of my favorite ones. Steve, how dare you drink that on my live stream? I should have given some of that to me for this live stream. The Rebellion 24 karat ale, nice and cold, is a cracking beer. It really is. Go and get it. Go and get it, please. Simon is in the house tonight as well. No beer for me. 12-hour shift tomorrow. No beer until next Saturday. Jesus. Yes, I am enjoying my my hobgoblin, Simon. Thank you very much. Again, fantastic team member as well. Diane is in tonight as well. She is so just behave yourselves. She's in. She's already busted one or two people from my live streams, and she's not afraid to bust some more. How many we got? How many? Jeez, wept. How many we got? Fantastic turnout. It really is. I mean, I never actually expected this, to be honest. 49 people in chat. This is lunacy for a Saturday night. You're not watching that on deck. Bloody hell, man. Got to be something better on the TV. That's right, Diane. Diane does bust ass, that's for sure. Right, what I'm going to do before I get Lisa as well is in the house. She has done some fantastic work. Lisa, I must say, I know I don't have your painting on show in my cupboard because there's really no room, but I do have one of them. This is one of them. But the Lisa did a well, I asked Lisa to actually to paint something for me for me Mrs. Birthday. So up in our living room is a painting of our dog Otto, and it's fantastic. We love it. So it's up in our living room. Pride of place. We love it. What I want to do anyway, before I excuse me, sorry, the windy pops. Hobgoblin is quite fuzzy. Just behind me as well, you might just see me. So behind this door is my fridge. So you might see me reaching in there for a cold one in a bit. What the hell? What's going on here? Steve Richards with... Oh, I need to say this because it sounds a bit like Dr. Disrespect. Steve Richards with the 10. Fantastic. Thank you very much indeed, Steve. Thank you very much indeed. Really appreciate that. Yeah, brilliant. Honestly, man, thanks very much. Please, I know a lot of people from Steve and Griff's channel come and, I mean, I haven't said I'm stolen people from his channel, that's for sure, but a lot of them have gravitated towards mine as well, purely because we go in the same veins, keep everything honest, and yeah, it's great stuff. It really is great. I mean, I've been a massive follower of theirs for like 3 years or so, maybe even 4 years there now, before I even started doing this thing myself. And obviously they've been, as you've probably realised by now, with their release of the Jamaica Inn video that Steve did. I mean, I'm not going to dumb down what I did for the on my Jamaica Inn video, but I thought I did a pretty good job, to be fair, from my point of view. But then I watched Steve and Griff's video, and it kind of blew mine out of the water a bit. Oh God! Yeah, he keeps on saying I keep on stealing his views. I wish I could, mate. I wish I could. Honestly, mate. I know if you haven't seen it, please go and watch the Jamaica Inn video by the Ouija Brothers. It is absolutely superb. And I'm going to say it, the craftsmanship that's gone into that video with the drone footage, and the B-roll shots and everything else that goes with it, superb, just brilliant, absolutely fantastic. And we are not worthy. Yeah, well, I'll read. I mean, I like mine as well. I'm gonna give myself some kudos as well, because I like mine as well. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't have put it out, and that's the honest truth. Raven, thank you very much. I've just noticed that just before I clicked off. If I lose anything tonight, like if anybody, I am massively appreciative of people sending me, super stickers for donating to the channel as well. Also, as well, I want to say this while this is on my mind. Raven, thank you so much. Thank you very much. Knocked me mic there. Thank you so much for that £2. It's phenomenal. I love it. It's very humbling to actually get these donations from people. I mean, times are hard enough for everyone as it is, let alone people donating and to my channel. And as Lee from Three Spires Paranormal would say, all we do really is go around talking to walls. But I see I Conjure's in the house tonight as well. All right, one more shout out, and then I'm going to go with what I need to do. I Conjure have a video coming out tonight, 9:30, I think it is. Right, is that right, Kim and Chris? Fantastic stuff from I Conjure. I Conjure Paranormal now as well, not I Conjure TV. So yes, please go and watch them 9:30 tonight. Give them a good shout out. Tell them Dead Cold sent you if you haven't already watched them before, because they do some cracking stuff. It's all honest. Right, before I crack on with it. Oh, what did I just see there? Eric, my goodness me, this is unbelievable. I don't think I've ever had this many super stickers come through all at once. Huge thanks, honestly. I really appreciate it. Eric, thank you very much. I know we follow each other on Twitter as well, so huge thanks to you for the $5. Fantastic. Really appreciate it. Really is. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to do this, and just going to talk you through this. I am going to do some shout outs to members. Now, I was just going through some of my my old videos there today. This will probably take me about 5 minutes, and then we'll get Karin on, and then she'll be able to talk to the hind leg of a donkey after that. So what I'm going to give some shout outs to. I'm going to give some shout outs to the viewers first, and then I'm going to post, because I now actually didn't realize, because I don't get notifications of YouTube for this, but I actually have 16 paying members now, which is just unbelievable. It's phenomenal, really. I only charge $1.99 a month, but still, I mean, I don't put out a huge lot of extra stuff as well for this $1.99. So I again massively appreciate it. And again, I mean, unbelievable. Dean Bailey, thank you so much. He says your voiceovers will always be the best. Well, thank you very much indeed. It really is appreciated. And then it's just, I'm gobsmacked, to be fair. I'm gobsmacked. I really am. Huge thanks, Dean. And Dean's been supporting me for a while as well. Oh God, there's another one as well. Just me, Nicole, for the $5. Thank you very much indeed. This is crazy, unbelievable. I know exactly. Eddie Oy is in the chat there saying, "Wow, people are being very generous tonight." They are being very, very generous tonight. Huge thanks to everyone that's donated. I mean, I don't really push the donations at all. I don't even push my merch. I'm actually switching merch at the moment as well. I was with Teespring. I'm now with T-Mill, And over probably the next week, I'm going to start finishing off things there. So you might see that crop up on my YouTube channel. If not, I'm going to post something in the on my socials about it, because I've had a bit of trouble connecting my T-Mill channel to the YouTube channel. And yeah, fantastic. I mean, thanks very much, Nicole, for that $5. Really appreciate it. And come on, this is getting Mrs. Geek. That's Beato's wife, Mrs. Geek, with a $4.99. Thank you very much. Amazing. Am I a beautiful soul? I might not be first thing in the morning, that's for sure, but maybe, what it was the afternoon, I may be a bit more beautiful. Thank you very much, Mrs. Geek. Thank you very much indeed. And wow, again, there's another one. And I can't believe this. Lisa, thank you very much indeed. You, of all people, do not need to do this. Christ almighty, that painting you did us was enough. Unbelievable. Lisa, thank you very much for that £5. Really, I just do not, and as Steve is saying there, Steve's saying there as well, yeah, you don't do enough self-promotion in that cupboard. Surely there's enough space for more. Maybe there isn't. Maybe there is. Even my son's saying that I should do more live streams. I should do a solid live stream once a month, but I just do them kind of as and when. But honestly, Lisa, thanks very much. Really appreciate it. From all the people that have donated tonight so far, hugely appreciative of what you do. It really is fantastic. What's Diane say? Sorry, I'll really get on with things. Sorry, Karin, I know you're in the green room there. Get your own a sec, love. It must be the hot sauce. Yes, Mark has spiked it with something. Yes. There's my Auntie Teresa is there as well. She is. My Auntie Teresa. Are you over there seeing my Auntie Marion at the moment as well, my Auntie Teresa? That's my auntie. That's my dad's sister. God rest his soul. I think, yeah, she's over in the States at the moment. Right. What I'm going to do before, Holly, you really do. I'm going to say it one more time. Huge thanks for everything that you've done so far donating this channel. Right. I'm going to get on with things, because otherwise Karen's going to get very cross with me, I'm sure. Right. I'm going to do something that Beto did once. And he's probably going to do it again, and that is I'm going to bring up some comments from viewers. That's what I'm going to do. So I'll get my face out the way. I'll hide that one. And 54 watching. Jesus, that was unbelievable. Right. So I just did a couple, because there's absolutely flaming loads. There really is. There's absolutely loads of fantastic comments that people leave me, and I went right back to the beginning. My first ever video, and so majority of these are kind of oldish ones, but these I mean, you've got some fantastic ones here. You really have, and they're right in the center. That was on my fourth video. I think it was the first time I ever got the my new camera, my Sony camera that I've still got there now. And I went to Datchworth which is allegedly the most haunted village in Hertfordshire. Sorry, just take a drink there. So let's just get back down here. Right. So there's a couple of good. There's some fantastic ones. There really is. So there's one from Nick Lamley. Nick Lamley, so again, a lot of these come from she's come from the Ouija Brothers, I'm sure she has. She's there. Glad you didn't weaponize your camera. This was at the the nunnery, the old nunnery at I can't remember the name of the place, but it's up near Oxford. But yeah, I was there. It was the cows incident. I was thinking to myself, and I was in that chapel. If anything comes through, if a cow comes through there, I'm going to have to weaponize my camera. God, that was I did that by myself as well. That was quite a horrific one, to be fair. The next one down there from Elle Stark. Now, Elle she may not be very well. Steve, you might be able to tell me a bit more, because I think he keeps on top of what she's up to, or he's in contact with her more socially over social media than what I am. But Elle Stark is a long supporter of my channel, and she's not very well. So she's in a hospital a lot. But the she's coming and protection came from when me and Steve me and Steve first worked together at Cold Christmas Church. She says there she's coming and protection. That was like two words that came out of the Spirit Talker app that I was using at the time. But yes, that was it could have been something quite different there, to be fair. If she's coming and says protection. But this one here from Meredith, Meredith Lanternman, fantastic name. If that is your name, Meredith. I've only ever seen her post once, and this was at a graveyard, at a cemetery and a church, a beautiful church where it was just down the road from where I live. I think I did this in lockdown. But she says, I just want to say thank you for this video. I discovered you on YouTube. This is the first video. I'm blind and I'm absolutely loving all the wildlife sounds and your description of what you're seeing. Just wanted to say thank you. Beautiful. Can't wait to see more. I mean, when I showed my missus that one as well, but it was like, very touching to get these kind of things. It really is hugely touching to get these kind of comments when you get these kind of things. Sometimes it's kind of strange, but even though you might be making a video about the paranormal world and what you're doing, me just ratching about in a rickety old house or in a pub or in a graveyard or whatever, some of these things actually do mean a lot to people as well. So it's really good to actually to see some of these things as well. So here's the next one. I'll knock the next slide on. Again, some fantastic ones here as well. There's one from Simon, who's in chat, I believe. Absolutely brilliant. I loved every minute of this video. I've always wanted to go there. Oh, that was the pub in Nottingham. That was the old trip to Jerusalem when Carl, the landlord, showed us underground in the cellars where they used to keep dungeons, where they used to have prisoners down there in days of old. There used to be a passageway from the castle on the rock above, leading down there, and he showed us in there where the prisoners used to be kept. Superb. I mean, I look back in that video. I mean, there's not really much of me in it, which is fine, but it was all Carl, and he was so nice to actually get us down there and have a look at what's in that cellar. Obviously, all of his stuff is there now as well because he runs the pub from there. But yeah, if you ever get to go and see that one, it's in my I think it's like haunted pub. It's quite an old one, but fantastic insight into what went on in that cellar many years ago. And here's one from Amy and Ryan's Weird Adventures, formerly Full Dark Paranormal. I know I keep on saying this, but yeah, go and check them out. They've just moved house. They have been moved house for a while, so they've got a lot of their new contents not up yet because they're busy doing the house up, obviously, and all the money's going into that. So fair play to them for that. But this one was loved hearing the history and the story. Was riveting. I love the amount of uncanny responses you both got in there as well. Just makes a person wonder endlessly. Another gorgeous place to wander as well. Great work. I think this was from Guy's Cliff House in Warwickshire, where we went there. First time I met up with Lorian Jones from Ale House Haunts and Craig and Kay Maloney, who I will actually be meeting up with again later on this year. Towards the end of the year, I'm meeting Paralytic Activities lads and Kay and Craig, and we're going to go and do something up that way. Lastly, right, you read them. I want to give a big old shout out to my paying members before we get Karin on. You can all see your names there. I mean, it's a bit too... And even with my glasses on, I should have actually made it a bit bigger, to be fair. I should have done over 2 slides, but I didn't. But yeah, I have 16 paying subscribers. I mean, that's just fantastic. It really is. It's it's again very humbling about what you guys do. It really is. And thank you very much for all of the support, whether it be financial, even if it's like, I don't even bother buying the financial kind of things. All you got to do really is hit that like button, subscribe, hit that bell button, and share it around if you so want to. I don't really push the sharing around and doing anything really. People just come and watch my stuff. and I hope they like it. But it seems they do, so it's all good. Let's get my face back on. Let's see what I've missed in this chat. I'm sure I saw something else there as well that I need to actually address before I get Karin on. There we go. Another donation. Walking with the Weird. Thank you very much for the 5. Walking with the Weird. You do a cracking job, Mark. Yes. Thank you very much indeed. Honestly, it's very much appreciated. It really is. Really is. Right. Shall we get Karin on? Shall we get Karin on? Karin, are you ready? Give me one of those big old thumbs up, like off of We Are the Champions when we were little. Right, let's get Karin on. Hang on a second. Walking with the Weird, huge thanks. Many thanks indeed. Right. Can you have you got your mic muted, Karin? I can't seem to unmute your. Whoa, there we go. How are we doing?
Better?
Karin? Fantastic. How are you doing, love? Are you okay?
Tired.
You're tired.
Late night last night at the Jamaica Inn.
Oh God! Anything interesting?
I'm old. For us, it's the little things. It was, as I said before, it's the little things that have the best impact. You'll learn that when you're older.
Yeah, it is. Are we still talking about paranormal stuff? Oh God! If anybody's got any questions for Karin, please start putting them in there now, and I shall try and keep on top of them. If any of my fantastic moderators see them as well, just kind of point me in the right direction if I miss them, or if you want to ask me anything as well, just just wang in a question. But yeah, let's just remove that. What did you wear? So, how long have you been working at the Jamaica Inn? Because I know when we talked, it's like for you and the team there, it's like it's an ongoing experiment, if you want to call it that, like a constant investigation. Is that would I be right in saying that?
I'm getting a delay from you.
Are you really?
Yes. I only heard a little bit. Sorry.
All right. That's all right. I shall repeat. Again, I had this issue with StreamYard. I don't really like it much. It's I'm going to have to start looking into something else. It doesn't seem to work well for me. Seems to work well for me when I'm by myself, but not when I get guests in, even though when I get guests in, it's, I don't know. Well, I was just if you don't hear this again, Karin, just let me know. But
okay.
All I was asking was, obviously, you've been head of the are you head of the Jamaica Inn Paranormal Team?
I think I heard you. How long have I been at the Jamaica Inn? Is that right?
Yes, that's right. That's right. Are you watching it on YouTube or watching it on StreamYard, Karin?
Brilliant. So it will be StreamYard. Do I have to go on YouTube? I don't know these things.
No, good. I'll probably knock YouTube off, to be fair, and just concentrate on StreamYard.
I can hear you now.
Can you hear me all
Right.
right?
So Jamaica Inn, I've been very blessed to be involved with it for. I can hear you. Yeah. I've been very blessed to be involved with the Jamaica Inn for 8.5 years, and we have a fantastic team now. Myself, the wonderful Gemma,
She is. She's there as well.
who's we call the Twitter Queen. Lisa, who's taken time off because she's just weak, and Rachel. Did it all go again?
You're all right. Just keep talking.
What happens?
You're okay.
So,
Sometimes
yeah, we have
it seems.
a really good team, and with the addition of a young man,
Yeah.
so with the addition of Craig, who's also my actual boss, because I work for his company, a chartered accountant, it's a fantastic mix, and we all bring something to the table. We're very, very lucky. I think in the paranormal community, you're lucky that you meet a selection of people that are so, so nice. And that's what makes a big difference, I think.
Yeah. So what you do there, because you've been doing it for quite some time, is a really like what is like a big experiment, isn't it? It's been going for a number of years now.
Yeah, I think personally, if you're lucky enough to be a booking agent, so to speak, the Jamaica Inn has its own paranormal team. I
Yeah.
think morally you have a responsibility to research, to study, but also when the time comes to pass on your database, which is a massive database we've gathered now, for future investigators and researchers, because regardless of belief, whether you think a place is haunted,
Hmm.
there are regular reports every week. And this has been going on for 113 years. So there has to be something there. But why there?
Yeah.
That's the mystery.
Yeah.
But I find that if you fall in love with the place, if you like it, it seems to like you back.
Yeah.
Except when I get undressed at night in a hotel room, I think they run out screaming.
Oh dear. Only you would say something like that. So, what happened last night? Was there anything happened last night at all when you were at the Jamaica Inn?
One chap thought he saw a black shape. Do you remember in the lower restaurant from the entrance to the corridor to the exit by the smoker's shed? He thought
Right.
he saw something dart, but just a black shape.
Hmm.
Again, we've all experienced that sort of thing. So it adds to this catalogue. If it's a ghost, I couldn't tell you, but it's a
Yeah.
repeat of things that happens there consistently.
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, I love the place. I would definitely go back there again, and many more times, to be honest. Even just to go down there and to the location. The location is beautiful as well. Yeah, so yeah, I've now a lot of love for that place. It's a cracking job. I don't think when I went
And
in my video,
but we
I don't think I.
but we have new history.
Yeah,
Sorry.
carry on, love.
We have new history as well to explore and to see if there's something there that we've actually missed. Um, we always said that Mary Downing was the crying woman with the crying baby. We now know of a servant girl called Janet Green who the first donor took in, went to the parish, said he would pay her expenses. She was pregnant and she gave birth. So that shows such a kindness from a man who was widowed 7 years before and left with a 3-month-old baby.
Yeah.
He may have been a hardened mariner, but it shows such compassion.
Yeah.
Now, what happened to this girl and her baby? That's the next mystery to solve.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be a good mystery to solve, definitely. Sorry, dog's just come in. So how old is the
That's what my
Jamaica Inn?
husband says to me. Right, so it's not 1750, it's 1776. So just very, very briefly, he's laughing now because he knows what I mean. A captain, a mariner, a John Broad, was recently widowed and behaved. And like a lot of mariners, they took on leases of pub. But this man, he wanted to leave a legacy to his children, and you can see it in the written leases. So there's a moorland there.
Yeah.
And there was nothing there. The hamlet of Bolventure didn't exist. So he and an in-law called Thomas Hawke, with 2 landowners, a Thomas Wills, a James Scarwin, enclosed 20 acres of moorland and turned it into pasture. Turning moorland into pasture is not an easy thing to do. They were claiming back the wildlife, the wildness of the moor. And at his own expense, he had to build a large dwelling house with hayloft and stable. That is the new history. But where did he get all his money to do that? That's what I want to know.
I think it was a
Have
bit
I
of a
seen
delve.
spirits? Yes, my first ever ghost was a little girl there. I wouldn't be surprised. I used to have things go through my pub. It's very, very handy.
Yeah, so just answer that one, please, Karen, if you wouldn't mind.
Yes, the reason I fell in love with it, so about 16 years ago, I was there on a public paranormal night and I saw this little Victorian girl with a white over smock, beautiful long blonde curly hair. What I didn't realise is that sighting has been going back 30, 40 years. So I became a then I've seen a little shadow figure, a little boy, running. And a little pair of legs underneath one of the cabinets. But it's the little things. You could be in a room and you'll have tapping walking around the bed. But you do get used to it. I had a haunted pub many years ago.
Yeah.
Favorite bedroom? Yes, room 3 is my favorite. I love it. It's a woman's room.
And why is that though? Why room 3?
When I first entered there many moons ago, I'm not psychic, as I tell everyone, I'm as psychic as a brick. But I walked in, and it happened to a lot of females in the past, is an overwhelming sense of loss and tears. I just started crying. And it's like you were feeling. I think that some places that you go to a lot, you sort of become part of it.
Yeah.
You have that spiritual connection in some way.
You still there, Karen?
This delay is so funny. Yes, I'm here.
Good. Oh God. Well, that is a question, I suppose. But he wants a celebrity moment. Yeah. Oh God. Come here. It's difficult to get him. It's difficult to get him from where he is because he's laid right underneath my seat, so I can't get him out. But Jan, I shall try and get him out before the end of this stream. But if I drag him out too much because he's a bit sleepy, he's probably end up Oh God.
Sorry.
Oh God.
Oh dear.
Otto was definitely getting bigger. My dog is called Otto. He's a black cockapoo, and he's full size there now. I mean, he's like 2.5 years old there now, so he's not going to get any bigger, that's for sure. But yeah, he might get a bit fatter, but we try not to trying to give him too many treats, that's for sure. God, it is so warm. Who's this? Mr. Three Spires Paranormal. The lady is full of history.
I know, I've got a lovely fan.
Oh yeah, is Hugo? Hugo is a lot better. Hugo is Lisa's pug dog, and he took a bit of a bad turn for the worse there a few days ago. But hopefully, as Lisa says, he's a bit better there now. A cockapoo, Beardo. A cockapoo, not a cockter. What's this? Filippo, France. I leave Jamaica Inn very drunk. I fall asleep in the park, and when I wake up, covered in ectoplasm, and then I see 4 large male ghosts running away. Why they call them? Jesus, that's just filthy.
Well, he obviously has to pay for it, doesn't he?
Oh God. What people actually
That's why you don't sleep with your mouth open in haunted locations.
Well, I have a question for Karin anyway. The question is, apart from your favorite room, have you ever had anything that's actually that's potentially scared you in I know obviously as we get older we can tend to get less scared of things, but have you ever had anything that's actually scared you in the Jamaica Inn, as in, like, you know, jump scared you kind of thing, or something that's like been around and you felt a bit uneasy with it? I know you've always said before that
yes,
a lot of the Jamaica Inn stuff is very friendly, so to speak. But has there been anything at all that's maybe, like, you know, think, oh God, I didn't really like that?
I think one of the funny scariest was the manager's flat, and it's not an old part of the inn, and it was years ago. We finished doing a location, and unfortunately the lock of the manager's flat wouldn't lock, so guests would walk up the stairs to their bedroom, and it must have been about 3:30, and I'm on the phone to one of the other team members who's driving home to Exeter, and I'm chatting away. For some reason I chat lots and lots on the phone to people, and I heard footsteps come up the stairs, but it's got thick carpet. These were boots on floorboards, and not paying much attention, but they stopped right outside the door, and I'm thinking it's a person. So I thought, well, you're going to get frightened, dear, because there's not going to be a handsome young lady when you open this door. There's an old bird here. And I thought, oh, what if this person's drunk? You know, way. So the next minute, I heard footsteps again, on wood, even though it's carpet, walk around from one side of the bed to the other. And I said to my colleague on the phone, stuff this, I'm going to sleep. So I turned the phone off, that the footsteps are still carrying on, and I put the quilt over my head, because we all know as paranormal investigators, putting the quilt over your head stops everything. You're safe.
There could be an axe murderer there. It's still going to, that quilt's going to save your life.
Exactly. Especially after a curry night, you're safe as houses.
He's a one from Beardo. Can you see that one, Karen?
I've got a delay. Do you want me to answer that? Yes.
Yeah.
So when I started out in the paranormal, I believed everything. Dust orbs and photos, and I think he's in the chat tonight, and I hate his gut. He's what I call my guru, Kev Kerr. And he took me to one side and he said, right then, dear, let's explain the difference between rational investigating and what you're doing at the moment. And so over the years, I've become more and more skeptical. But what fascinates me is you still have experiences that have you scratching your head. So it hasn't dampened my enthusiasm whatsoever, but I expect nothing. So one little thing that will last me all night. And I think that the funniest thing that's ever happened to me is something whispering in my ear at a location and saying a rude word. I think when I die, if I could be that ghost, I would have a field day with all you lot.
Come back and haunt us all.
Yes.
Oh God. So how much? There's when we stopped there in the old part, didn't we? The original. Is that the original part where we stopped and slept? And obviously that's where Steve and Griff also did their stuff as well.
Yes. So when you look face on to the Jamaica Inn, you have the main, what was the dwelling house. Now, we used to think it was extensions at certain dates. We've had to throw that out the window. And then on the left, you see the museum and stable block. But if you're in the stable block, you will see there are windows. So there must have been a barn built first, then what we call the museum was attached to it after. So obviously as posterity continued with the farming, because it was a working farm for over 100 years. And when you think in 1776 there were 20 acres of land, by 1828 there were 1,565 acres. You don't get that money from just pub trade and farming.
No.
There must have been something else that funded it, and that's possibly the smuggling side.
Yeah, definitely. Because I mean, it's not that far away from the coast, is it? Half an hour's drive, but horse and
no.
Back
If you exactly, so it's right in the middle of the main part of Cornwall, because that's another story.
Are you there, lovely?
Yeah, yeah. You seem to have disappeared, but you're back again now.
The delay is terrible. I don't think it's like it's not really I don't think it's come from my end, because my PC is hardwired into a very fast broadband speed, so it might be coming from your end. I'm not too sure. Now, Diane, the music.
I have a fast broadband. It's for work.
All right.
You never blame a woman for being slow, dear.
Never.
Never. Us women are never wrong.
As a good one from Mrs. Geek there, I agree with the quilt. Our home has strange happenings, and I'm always in my bedroom on my own, and always hide if anything not normal happens. Yes, Diane, the music has come from my PC. It's just a bit of background music that I like to have on, and Otto may have actually fired up my my playlist. There is.
Can I just say, Mark, there's one thing I would love to do one night at the inn if investigators were up for it, and that's to do, as we've done once at Woodchester, the giant Singapore experiment.
Yeah.
Where we have and judging by the results of previous dress up, I think that would make it a very interesting.
Strange, this old delay. One of the reasons why I actually don't do this is actually one of the reasons why you're back there. This is one of the reasons why I don't really do live streams very often, because I think they get a lot of gremlins, and I really don't know why. Mind you, the first one I ever did for a long time, which was actually Beardo, was on that one, and oh God, what do you call them? Thingy from Wednesbury Paranormal, and a few others. I had Chris and Kim as well. No, she's gone. Right, I tell you what. Let me just chat amongst you guys, and then I'll see if I can get her back. Oops, indeed.
Is that better?
I tell you what, Karen. Just try leaving altogether, then coming back. Start up like with the link that I sent you. Just try that again.
Yeah.
I'll see you come back in. I'll bring you back in. I can't believe I just kicked. I just can't believe it. I'm just going to kick Karin out of there. Oh God, she'll be back in a moment. I just asked her to reuse the link that I sent. I don't know what's going on there, to be honest. It's really strange. Exactly, StreamYard is very temperamental. I mean, I don't really do that many live streams, but I do use StreamYard. I mean, I'd like to get to grips with OBS and actually how to get guests on doing through OBS. That would be better, I think, than using stupid StreamYard and its stupid duck logo, which I can't stand. Kicking a lady out and then complaining about it. Yeah, so if you're watching, Karin, just redial in and come back in. I'll see you come into the green room, and then we'll take it from there. I had terrible trouble with Lorien, if you remember that one there. My last live stream when I had Mallory and from Coffee Books and Ghosts, and Amy and Ryan, and then Lorien as well. Lorien was a terrible trouble, and then Luke from Parallel Activities as well. When he was terrible trouble getting in and out. Just I don't know. I don't know if it's my setup. I don't think it shouldn't be my setup, but yeah, it is strange. It is very strange. Bear with me a sec. Supplies. Right, Karen's back. Right, how are you doing, love? Are you there, my darling?
There's still a delay, I think.
I don't know where that delay is coming from. It's very strange.
Shall I go into the chat instead?
Ed. Yeah, you can do. You can do if you want. I mean, if anybody still was if anybody's still got questions for Karen, just please post them there, and she'll answer them in chat. We seem to have a lot of trouble with delays, and obviously the whole time delay and speech thing as well.
I'll leave and.
Again, I didn't even do anything that time. It just kicked her out. I had this trouble with Lorian last time. Just it's weird. Exactly, mate. Exactly, because it turns my live streams into a bloody car crash. To be fair. Well, that's actually just my normal fridge, Mrs. Geek. It just also just happens to be right behind the door that I'm on, which is quite handy, to be fair. If anybody's got any questions for me, just fire them in. Maybe on the. What's this going to do? The red trousers. There's actually red shorts. I call them my Dr. Disrespect shorts. I only ever wear them really in hot weather. But yes, it's too hot. It's very muggy. There's no. I mean, I live in the south. I live in the south of the UK as well, so it's very muggy. There's no air. There's no breeze. Even if you need like fans kicking around. There she is. Karen's in chat. Indeed. Where's he at? Come here. Here he is. Oh. Hello, lad. Bringing out the big guns here. He's struggling. He's struggling. He's struggling. Put him down. There you go. Is that what you are, Jan? Yeah. Where? Yeah. If you're just on the in Greater London, especially, God Almighty. I mean, that was I work in London a lot, but that was it's just so hot. It's unbelievable. It's just I mean, it might be like I live right in the outskirts, the top end of Hertfordshire, but yeah, so it's a little bit cool out here. But if you're in London, it's like you might as well add another maybe 3, 4, even 5 degrees on top of that temperature. It's just it's crazy. Crazy. Let's have a house tour. What do you expect me to do? Be a roving reporter? Jesus wept. This is not. This is not. I should maybe just get a camera on Otto, and he can like he can fly around. Oh God! Now it's well, I'll let you know anyway what I've got coming up next. I have got sorry, I know there's big pauses there, but I'm actually reading text as well. And Otto was trying to get up now, believe it or not. Come here. Right, no, you're not climbing on there. He wants his ball. That's what he's seen. Pandemonium ensues when the Otto comes out. Go on. He's a bugger. He really is. I'm definitely not getting up on this chair. It's swingy enough as it is, without me getting on it, and I'll end up being in bloody hospital. That's for sure. Exactly, Lisa. He's a damn sight better looking than me, that's for sure. Plus, he does have my little grey beard, though. I'll let you know what I've got coming up next. I have got the next video to come out. Well, actually, the next video to come out actually may not be paranormal, but I'm gonna promote my my other little pastime that I do, and that is, look at that. That's not paranormal. The door opening. That's the dog trying to get in. So yeah, my next video will actually be I have another YouTube channel called the Chili Northerner. It's my pastime that I do grow chilies in my back garden to make hot sauce with. As I'm sure a few people in this chat will actually verify that apparently I make quite good hot sauce. I've just actually Steve and Griff actually just bought some of my hot sauce. So that's actually they might even have it now. I sent it up to Griff and Steve, and there's a few people actually, friends of mine, have bought it as well. And I say a bought, just covering costs kind of thing. Really, I'm not, don't make profit out of it. That's for sure. But yeah, and I'm hopefully going to be on that video tomorrow. And so if you want to see my back garden, very small that it is as well. Yeah, so it's all good there. So that's it's a very small channel. I think it's about 70 something subscribers, but yeah, it's just another little pastime of mine. What was that? Has anyone ever done any sort of archaeology digging around the land of the inn? That'd be a one for Karin, that's for sure. On my next paranormal video, which I will probably start on, I will probably start knocking that out on Monday. It might take me a few weeks to sort out because I've got, again, I try to do things during the week after I get in from work, but I get in from work more often than not to the dog out, and then by the time we have dinner or what have you, it's like just getting on for 8, 9 o'clock, and I'm thinking, geez, now I'm going to go to bed. I've got to be up at 5:30 the next day. So it's a bit during the week, it's a bit difficult for me to actually sit down and start editing through videos. But the next paranormal video on my Dead Cold channel will be from the Royal Standard of England pub that I went to with. Actually, Steve sorted it out. Jason Voorhees, as you see in the chat there, Steve works for a brewery called Rebellion, and he actually sorted this out. This pub is fantastic. It's like 1,000 years old. I don't know if it's the exact same pub or part of this exact same pub has been there for 1,000 years. There's an older part of the pub and then a newer part of the pub. But that will be my next one, and that was that's in Beaconsfield, which is kind of like bottom end of Hertfordshire, I believe, or it might be further down than that. I'm not too sure. My geography's terrible. But yeah, so Diane, who you see this question up there, Diane came with us. Steve came with us, obviously because he got us in there, and massive thanks to him as well for getting us in there. Fantastic. I mean, Steve's a great bloke, and I know we've known each other for a long time before we even started doing this paranormal stuff. But yeah, he's even though he's not in every single video of mine, he's as well as far as I'm concerned, he's a big part of Dead Cold. So give him some kudos as well. Cheers, Steve. And so is Diane. Diane and Tony as well, my little Hertfordshire Boo crew. Diane's a fantastic lady, she really is. Tachyophile, is that how you call it, Diane? Tachyophile? Anyway, she likes to wander around. She always likes to wander around cemeteries and taking photographs, and mighty good ones as well, I might say. And Tony as well, who does produce some wildlife photography and some wildlife videos as well. Some cracking stuff he gets from Tony as well. I think he has his own channel. Yeah, he does have his own channel. Yeah, he does have his own channel on YouTube. Tony's Wildlife, I think it might be called. But yeah, so between the four of us, we went there to this fantastic pub, the Royal Stand of England in Beaconsfield. Superb place. I mean, you could smell the ancientness of it all when you walk in there. And we were also there as well, joined by none other than Lorien Jones from Ale House Horns, which was fantastic to have her there as well. So, and after that, I will then get on with making the video from the Hill House, which is in Ross-on-Wye in Gloucestershire, I believe. So yeah, that is my schedule. I do have another one after that as well. The Boo crew returned to Moot Hall in Bedfordshire, so you'll have another one from Moot Hall. I mean, people say I've had a few comments saying, why do you keep going back there? I go back there because it's actually quite affordable, and it's only about an hour away from us, and it's really good as well. It's an ancient place. We do indeed. We have Mr. Jason Griffiths, the OB, the big OB himself, is in the chat. The mountain, as I like to call him. Cheers, Jace. What? My daughter. What are you doing in this one? Looking and laughing at me, I'm sure. There. Hopefully you'll have seen your name in lights there, love. Thanks very much, Jem. Damn nice to meet you down at the Jamaica Inn, and I will hopefully be back there next year at some point. Great it was. It really was great. And thanks very much for your hospitality. And I do apologise that that Karin pranked you, and it had to be in my video. There we go. Griff got this hot sauce today. He'll be a happy man, I'm sure. Just came on to say hello, love. Hello. Have you ever thought of doing Marston Moor Battlefield? I have not thought of doing that, Anthony. But yeah, that is something that that I'm going to look into. Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna take a look at that one. Thanks very much for that. Gemma is the best, and that's a statement in itself because she is a cracking lady. She really is. Jason, aka Griff. Griff, have you tried the hot sauce yet? Message in chat, mate. What's this one here? Mark, have you ever been to Michaelsham Priory? Sorry for the spelling, it's getting late. Oh, that's really nice to know this is. This is Brian, an electrician that I know, and I've worked with on a few occasions. How are you doing, Brian? Yeah, sorry, mate. I just totally forgot. That's your BBR, is your little handle there. No, I've not been to Michaelsham Priory, Brian. But again, there's something else I can look up. I'm always looking for new things. Abandoned things is not my thing, really. I don't disrespect anybody else going to them as long as they're actually, respectful to the building. But abandoned places is not really my thing. I prefer to go to old houses. I'll go to ruins as well. To old maybe disused churches. But yeah, I abandoned places in for me. That's an Ouija brother thing. That's an eye conjure thing. Maybe even a Beardo get scared thing. Thank you very much, Karin, for dropping in, and I apologise for the I can't really apologise for it, but I'm sorry that that we had all the problems. Karin is a lovely lady. Please, if you're ever in the area, pop down to the Jamaica Inn. I know it's in Cornwall, which is right at the foot of the UK. But it's well worth a visit. It really is. Go and stay a few nights if you can. There's plenty of other things to see around there. You've got Bodmin Moor, and obviously Bodmin down there. You've got to go to the Bodmin Jail as well, which is fantastic. When me and Steve went down there to do the investigation, we went to Bodmin Jail and did the tour around there as well. It was fantastic. Yep. No, I haven't made it. I'm stripping down my secret lab chair, making it well again. At least it's not hot in my room. Aircon, Jesus. Tell you what, I know we don't get too much hot weather in the UK, but it seems to be getting more and more. Right. So if anybody hasn't got any more things for me, I'm going to sign it off. I just want to say a massive thank you again to all the subscribers that I have. I never thought when I actually started out doing this that I was looking back at some of my old videos there today, and the comments on there saying, "I can't believe I've actually got to 50 subscribers. Can't believe I've got 100 subscribers." But here's me, 2.5, just over 2.5 years later, and I'm sitting on 2,800 something subscribers. It's phenomenal, really. I have to thank a lot of people, especially the Ouija Brothers. I noticed in my old comments, I had a lot of people coming over from the Ouija Brothers channel saying things like "Ouija sent me," or "saw you on the Ouija Brothers channel and wanted to come over." Or the week, they're just a lot of people in the early days, especially. I'd say at least for the first year or so, and I probably still do get a lot of people coming over from the Ouija Brothers channel as well. But I am eternally grateful to Steve and Griff for what they actually do. They obviously post the shout outs as well, and mention things about me not all the time, obviously, but now and again. So, and then we are looking to actually hook up there at some point this year. I don't know when that'll be, we have not made plans yet, but it has been talked about. And I'd also like to meet up with Biro as well at some point. Hopefully this year. What do you reckon, mate? Yeah, but yeah, massive thanks to everyone. Honestly, massive thanks. I'm eternally humbled as to where I am in this paranormal world. And I did actually, I lost my way in the paranormal world, especially about like maybe 6 months or so ago. And I actually think I had talked to Steve about this, and he said that he's known a lot of people that have actually built themselves up for this. I maybe shouldn't have actually gone to the to 30 East Drive so quick in my paranormal career, if you want to call it that. Because after I really wanted to go to East, I know a lot of people don't like it, but a lot of people love it. And it's like a very chalk and cheese place. You get a lot of people loving it, a lot of people hating it. But I personally, I wanted to go there so much, and to go and do East Drive with Steve, my Steve, our Steve that comes out with me on my channel, and then go and do it with Steve and Griff, who I'd watched do that for many times over the years before I started doing this myself. It was very much a bucket list item for me. So that was like a pinnacle of like for like 2 years. It was like virtually 2 years to the day when I actually started doing videos. And then I ended up going there to 30 East Drive with Steve and Griff. I mean, it was just a fantastic. I mean, I went way too quick, to be fair. But yeah, as Steve says, like, yeah, it was a great night. And always very, very grateful for Steve and Griff, legends in the honest paranormal field. And I will say this, I mean, I'm not drunk at all, so don't worry about that. But I think you'll find myself and a lot of honest paranormal investigators look up to Steve and Griff, as they are like, I class them as like, top of the tower as far as I'm concerned for honest paranormal videos and content. Yeah, always stuff, always good stuff. Right, on that note, enough of bigging up the Ouija brothers. Massive thanks to everyone, really appreciate you coming tonight. And but for me, and in the style of Bedo, dead cold out.